Good morning and welcome to the Kilachari Torah daily halacha review of Rambam Maimonides' Sefer HaMitzvot, 613 mitzvahs of the Torah for Friday, July the 2nd. We're up to positive commandment number 52, 3 annual pilgrimages, Shalosh Regalim. 3 times a year you should keep a feast to me in the year, says the Torah in chapter 23 of the book of Exodus. So that festival, that pilgrimage, the going up, the aliyah, means to come to the Temple Mount, come to the temple in Jerusalem, and bring a sacrifice. This is repeated a number of places throughout the Torah, and is described in great detail in Tractate Chagiga. A separate mitzvah, positive commandment number 53, is appearing before the Lord during the festival. Shalosh pamim b'shana, yira'eh kol zechorcha lefnei Hashem Elokecha. You 3 times a year, the males, says specifically the males, because this is a positive time-bound mitzvah from which women traditionally have been exempt. What the obligation is for every man to go up to the sanctuary with every male child of his that's able to walk alone, and to bring a carbon, bring a sacrifice, an offering upon arriving at the temple. And this is connected to positive mitzvah number 54, rejoicing, simchas yamtiv. It's actually a mitzvah to rejoice on the yamtiv. This is the third of the 3 commandments that we've just discussed here that are observed on the Shalosh Regalim, Pesach, Sukkot, and Shavuos. The most important obligation that this mitzvah involves is the Karban Shlamim, the peace offerings. That's part of the festival offering. In our days, the 2 elements through which we express joy are eating meat and drinking wine, for reasons that are elaborated here, based on the Gemara in Chagiga, which we mentioned before. And an additional manifestation of joy is the Simchas Beis HaShoeva that took place on Sukkot, on the intermediate days of Sukkot, the non-Yom Tov days of the festival. There was great rejoicing, music, dancing, singing, and all that in the temple courtyard. And many shuls, in fact, replicate that or do their best to recall that by having music, dancing, eating, and so on in their Sukkot on the evenings of the intermediate days of Sukkot. Okay, so that is 3 major mitzvahs that are involved in celebrating the Yamim Tovim, the 3 pilgrimage festivals of Pesach and Sukkot and Shavuot. Let me remind everybody, draw your attention to candlelighting times and such for the oncoming Shabbat. Earliest candlelighting this evening, 7:26 p.m. Actual candlelighting time, 8:44. You notice that we're now a minute earlier than last week. That means the days are already getting shorter. We're on the back side of summer now. Mincha Ma'ariv, we will not gather in Shul this week yet for services. Were we to do that, it would be at 7 o'clock for Mincha, Kabbalat, Shabbat, and Ma'ariv. If you'd like to all daven at the same time, that's a wonderful thing. Shabbos morning, tomorrow morning, Shacharis at 10 a.m. We'll have our slightly abbreviated service beginning at 10, hopefully finishing in an hour and a half, hour and 45, or thereabouts. Motzei Shabbat, the conclusion of Shabbos tomorrow night, 9:57, and please feel welcome to join us on Zoom for a beautiful Havdalah service at 10:07. We should mention that this Shabbat is Shabbos Mevarchim at Menachem Av. We are going to say, in Shul, we're going to say the blessing of the new month of Av, which begins in the coming week. In fact, next Shabbat and Sunday. It's a 2-day Rosh Chodesh. So we will mention that the Molad, the reappearance of the moon in Jerusalem, the eternal and undivided capital of Israel, will take place next Friday night, a week from tonight, at 9:59 p.m. and 9 parts. The Moilad wird sein nächsten Shabbos zur Nacht, 1 Minute vor 10 Zeger mit 9 Chalakim. Again, Rosh Chodesh Av is next Shabbat and Sunday. It should be good for us and for all Israel and for the world. Have a wonderful Shabbos, and we will see you after Shabbos.